Hi guys, welcome back. In this tutorial, we'll be talking about how to draft a scrunch puff sleeve. Okay, now here I have two patterns. I have the long one and the short one. The long one is for the flare, the short one is for the lining. I'm going to use it to pull the flare up. So I'm going to slash the long one, okay? But the center grain line, I'm going to slash it through because I would want excess on the crown. Okay, so that I will gather it. It gives more volume there, like it gives that puff look. Okay, so this is what I have now. I am going to cut it out on the hard net. You need a stiff interfacing that will make the main fabric to have volume. It gives it that standing effect. Okay, instead of you just cutting the fabric, okay, using only the fabric. Okay, so remember to add your sewing allowances, the side seam, the hem, and the sewing allowance for the crown. Okay, afterwards, this is what we'll have. Afterwards, you now cut out on your fabric. By then, you already have your allowances. Okay, now the next thing we'll do is to cut out, use hemming gum, lay multiple hemming gum on hemming gum is sold in the market. You just check fabric stores, you will see them. Lay them multiple times on the hard net. This helps to hold the hard net and the fabric together so that after gathering it, the hardness will not be separate and the fabric will not be separate, so that they'll be together. You can lay the hemming gum horizontally or vertically, but let it be multiple. Okay, now you can iron it to hold it. Now it's time for me to cut out my lining, the short pattern. Remember to mark out where the back arm line is and the front arm line is. Okay, now when you are done, okay, this is what we have now. So when you are done, it's time for you to gather. You can notch the back arm line, sorry, the lining, notch the center, the hem of the center of the hem, then notch also the center of the flare. Okay, so that if you are gathering directly on the short one, they will be even. But personally, I am not going to gather directly. I'm going to prepare my gather um, separately using a running stitch. Okay, like see, you can actually hold the center of both so that they would look. Or when you gather on both sides, they will be even. Okay, so I prefer that way. So now I'm going to use my running stitch to gather mine. So if you have checked my previous videos, you see how I prepare gathers with running stitch, hand tacked running stitch. So this is what I have. If you have not seen it before, you can check my other videos and see how my last video and see how I did that. So this is the after effect. This is what I have. So always secure the ends of the stitch so that they will not lose when you're trying to stitch on the fabric where you're transferring it to. So now now you can now start sewing, join to hem, hem to hem, the hem of the facing the hem of the lining and the hem of the flare together, but right side of the fabric facing the right side of the fabric. You now stitch it. Now the next thing to do is to start to prepare the scrunch. You just have to, like, if you just have to just use hold two fabrics, two places together, and tack, or you can run stitch on it, but I prefer hand tacking. This particular method can be done after you must have finished sewing, or you can do it before you join the side seams together. So now I'm doing it before I join the side seam. Like hold two and two places, like use your hand and pick two places on the fabric and stitch. You can do it in the front or the back. This method, hold two places, two different positions, and push them together and tack. Okay, you continue like this till you get the desired number of scrunch you have, how full you want it. The bigger your flare, the bigger your flare, the fuller the outcome will be. So you can actually use 180 flare, or you can use 360 flare, depending on how your desired effects you are looking out for. So this is what you have. Okay, this is how it will look like. It can be fuller than this. Remember that the longer the length of the sleeve, the wider the flare, so the more effect you will have. This is a half scale, that's why it looks small. But if it's for a full scale, it will be fuller. And if the fuller, the longer the length of the sleeve, the fuller it is. Now this is where you join the side seam. You join the lining separately, the one that starts at the lining, which is more like the facing. You join it separately, the right side of the fabric facing the right side of the fabric. To do the same thing to the flare, the main fabric, join the right side, the right side facing the right side of the fabric. Okay, then pull it up. This gives a very neat finishing. All the seams will be enclosed. This is what we'll have. All the seams will be enclosed. It's more neater this way. Then you can now attach to the to your bodice or wherever you are fixing it to.